Hello everybody, I'm Robert Tussardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms. We turn video gaming into passive income and paid work. In this video, I'm going to share tips and tricks about Lost Relics. It is a blockchain-based game, very similar to Diablo. I've been playing it for the last couple of days. I've enjoyed it a lot. I have my own blockchain company, so I was researching Enjin coin and the game Lost Relics, which seems to be the best Enjin backed game out there. So I'm going to help you out with some tips and tricks for Lost Relics. If you die in Lost Relics, you actually lose anything that you're holding that is not a blockchain item. So here I have blockchain items equipped, but if I did not have blockchain items equipped, actually like this one right here is just a virtual item. So the distinction is virtual items you will lose if you die. Blockchain items you will keep in the dungeon if you die. I wanted gold because in the beginning I didn't have a blockchain item. I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the money for one. Gold is kind of a virtual currency in here, but I realized that I needed way more gold than the game was giving me. I was really grinding gold. It was taking forever. Time is money for me. So I was like, look, I don't want to become a gold farmer in this game. I just want to start getting blockchain items and outfit myself in the store using gold. How do I do that? You can buy a like a one-day power pendant, and I bought one of these, and I was able to resell it on the market inside the game. They call it the Royal Imperium for about 8,000 gold. So that saved me a whole lot of time being able to figure out how to do this. So I went, bought one of these power pendants for a couple of bucks on the Lost Relics website, and then resold that in the game for about 8,000 gold on the Royal Imperium. And it sold pretty fast once I put it just below the average market price. Remember to right click, let's use a power attack. So that was a power attack. It's kind of hard to see. But those power attacks will get you out of some really tight spots, especially early in the game. You got to watch out for these traps. Those things will kill you. And another technique that I was being shown by the developer in another video is you can kind of get bad guys to kind of clump up together and then whack them for one big hit. And this might save you a lot of damage at a future time. If you are like me and you've sold a power pendant and you have some extra gold lying around and you've just started the game, a great way to kind of keep rolling is to buy some of these apples and sometimes these trouts, and use these to heal you as you're going in your adventures. So if you're having trouble and you've just gotten started, these are a great way to kind of make sure that you get through a dungeon. So here is a big one, and it's that levels don't matter so much. What levels seem to get you is rewards. You get gold every time that you level. But really the level of your character doesn't seem to impact the game that much. It's really all about the items. So if you're trying to level up from level 5 to level 6, hoping that'll make you stronger for the next dungeon, it doesn't work that way at all. I mean, as far as I can tell, levels don't really impact your ability to play. What really impacts your ability to play is, number one, the more you play the game, the better you get at it. It is very arcade based, and a lot of the enemies are very common, and so it's really a variety of items and skills. The better items you have, the better you will do. And the more time that you spend in the game, the more you'll learn the patterns and the way that the game works, and the easier it will get for you as you continue to invest time and play. Click up here where it says Champion Rewards. You will see the rewards that you get for leveling up. And most of these are not combat based, but just a couple of them are. But like level 5, you get the ability to automatically switch your tools for mining and harvesting. You'll get inventory slots. If you see this crown, that is someone who has a power pendant, or someone who I think might have a founder's token. So maybe that's why I see a lot of people paying a lot for the founder's token, because they get to these bonuses here, like extra Emporium slots and a stash deposit at the Adventure Pass. But big ones are you'll get more relic slots as you level up, and apparently also get some extra energy regeneration and max energy. I've also found the bow to be very handy for some of the harder areas. There's some areas, especially in the forest where all the enemies have poison. The first time you do the forest, you will probably get your ass kicked by poison. Just warning you ahead of time. You'll want to bring a bunch of healing items, and you will probably want to have a decent bow, you know, rare or better, to help you kill the monsters in the forests. So I was looking at some of the top streamers in Lost Relics, and they were all using these reusable healing effect items. You can use them multiple times during the adventure. You can go to blockchain, market, and effects, and you can find items there that can heal you. I think these are actually some of the highest value items in the game, because they're actually much rarer than the swords and the bows. And if you want to invest in this game, I actually think the healing items can be some of the best. I've purchased not only a Harvester of Sorrow, which is a legendary healing item, but also a Golden Everbrook egg that heals 5 health every second up to 7,500 health. The maximum health you have in the game is 3,000. So this item will heal you for just over twice the amount of health that you even have in the game. I also bought one of these pumpkins. It restores the amount of energy that you have, and I figured I could actually get through a dungeon much faster if I had more energy. I kind of noticed when I was playing last night that if I could just restore more energy, I could probably move very quickly through these 3 sword dungeons. So I'm going to put that theory into test, and I'll make another video later about how fast my runs are going. Again, the faster you can do the run, the more monsters you can kill, the more treasure chests you can loot, and the higher chance you have of finding a blockchain item. I understand not everyone might be able to afford blockchain items, so I'm going to show you some other options for healing using virtual items that you can find or craft in the game. If you go to Lost Relics website, you can also browse the virtual items, and these are non-blockchain items that you can, I think, potentially craft or find in the game somehow. So not all of the powerful items in the game are blockchain based. However, I found the blockchain items to be the easiest and most accessible because I can just go out and buy them straight away. I'm not sure about the availability of these items. I imagine they're actually much harder to get a hold of. Some of them can probably be crafted or bought from other players. And remember, if you die, you do lose a virtual item. Power pendants, they allow you to carry out as many blockchain items from the end of the dungeon as you want. Without a power pendant, you are limited to only being able to carry out one blockchain item. I think it's probably going to be super rare for a newcomer to even find a blockchain item. I've been playing for a couple hours. I have only found a couple of blockchain-based items, so it's been pretty rare. The other thing that they let you do is there are more maps available if you are using a power pendant. There are supposed to be other abilities, other essentially bonuses. I don't know if I know of all of them. I think probably the biggest one is being able to take with you more than one blockchain item from a dungeon at a time. I'm also reading that you get a new pet every 5 levels, and these pets are actually blockchain items, and they're for some reason selling for about 50 ENJ on the marketplace. So maybe a power pendant is a good investment. Oh, we'll have to see. So you can track the loot that is being found in the game in real time using the Discord. If you go to the Discord, I will supply a link at the bottom of my video, and there is a info channel called the Artifact Overseer, just Overseer. You can see here the Overseer is listing in real time everything that is being found by players. So someone who opened a bronze bounty chest, somebody who found a bunch of gold coins that were uncommon, so about 112 gold coins, and a wayward dynamite, which is rare, a raw ogham heart, which is rare. This is where you would find all the mythical and transcendent items when they drop. They're pretty rare, so I'm not finding any as I scroll through here right now, but this is a great way to see what other people are finding in the game as you're playing as well. You want to kind of click over here and see, oh, so what's this person finding, what is that person finding, and this happens in real time, so it's a great way to kind of see what's happening, what's dropping in the world loot wise. Here is a tweet that the official Enjin Twitter made celebrating Lost Relics. It says, "Congratulations to Lost Relics on growing your player base by 400% over the last month. More than 4,000 daily users are hunting down scarce blockchain items in challenging dungeons. Have you joined them yet?" So yeah, that is pretty huge. So just looking at the market, I imagine that right now there's a lot of players who are still kind of figuring out how the game works. And if you're watching this video right now, you're really getting ahead of the game on a lot of these players, because not everybody goes and watches YouTube video for tips and tricks. But I imagine there's going to be a wave hitting later as more of these players get more experienced in the game and they get more invested in the game. They'll want more blockchain items to continue getting better and stronger. So just look at this. You can just look at the growth here. Was from here, it just started to spike up here, and I wouldn't be surprised if this then grows, puts in place seeds for another huge growth spike coming into April and May. So there is a multiplayer mode planned for the game, as well as an arena mode, so that could potentially be even more huge growth down the line when those features come out. So huge growth means huge opportunities coming in the Lost Relics marketplace. So here I am on the Enjin marketplace on their website, and you can see they are the top ranked game in the marketplace with 184,000 ENJ, with a market cap of about 140,000 ENJ. That is a $225,000 market cap for one game. That's really cool. So hodlers, I guess, is how many people are holding. So only 6,000 people or individual wallets are actually holding Lost Relic items right now, out of 322 assets. And that, to me, doesn't seem like a lot of people. There are problems with the blockchain right now, and there's even some problems with like transferring blockchain items out of the game. But you can still go onto the marketplace in OpenSea and the Enjin marketplace and still trade. But if you go to the website, they have a list here under items for the amount of rare and uncommon items. If you look at the best items in the game right now, which is Transcendent, there's actually only 20 of these will be total. It says 20 remaining. So this means that there's 10 out to be found yet in the game, and there's 10 that are actually in use. So this one says Emblem of the Ancients. Apparently only one has been found by a player right now. There's still 19 remaining in the game. You just think about it. Just like, this is not a big list. Like, these are all of the transcendent weapons, the best weapons in the game, and there's only about 20 of each, and many of these, they've only been halfway discovered yet. I believe that they kind of get leaked into a pool and they get discovered by the players. So some of these may not be fully in the game yet, or maybe they are. I'm not totally sure myself, but if you go back down to Mythical, you can see there's only like 28 of these particular swords in the game. And again, it's not a big list. I have a legendary bow and a legendary sword, and I was still getting my butt kicked in the 3 sword levels. There's this poison. They hit me with a poison, just saps my health. And, I think I'm not horrible at the game, but man, it was really difficult. So I went ahead and actually bought one of these Harvester of Sorrows. There's only 388 of these in the game. Apparently all of them have been found. For me, it's like a requirement to do these 3 sword levels. Like, I can't imagine doing a full run without the Harvester of Sorrow. Sometimes I fill up my inventory with a lot of healing, like a lot of basic like healing items like fish and apples to heal myself, and it still just wasn't enough to get through some of these 3 sword levels. So the Harvester of Sorrows really helped me out by giving me a boost to 900 health. But what I'm trying to point out is these items are actually rare, actually rare. I was just looking at the rare items themselves. It gets dropped in the game, and I did a count. There's only like 35,000 or less rare weapons, and that's just these blue ones, right? There's about 35,000 or less rare swords. Sorry, not that doesn't include bows. I just counted like the melee weapons, and there's only about 35,000 or less. That's for a whole player base, and I looked it up, and in 2018 there was about 40,000 active users on average in Diablo 2. And right now, there's just in between about 600 to 700 active users at any one time in Lost Relics. So that's about 79 to 80 times less players than was playing Diablo 2 in 2018. So I think this has a lot of room to grow, and once a lot of the kinks get worked out and being able to buy, sell, and trade blockchain items and get the blockchain items out of the game, I think the prices of these will skyrocket. Like once liquidity of the items increases and gas fees aren't a problem later this year, like you can imagine some of these legendary weapons where there's only like maybe a 1,500 or so like melee weapons that can really let you play the legendary part of the games. And I'm sure these will go up, more of these weapons and things will start to show up, but man, like I just really like how this game is looking in terms of like playing and investing your time into playing Lost Relics and getting some of these blockchain items as they drop. So these blockchain items actually drop in the game, kind of similar to Diablo. You might find like a unique item or a rare item, and it would drop off a boss monster. Instead, it comes from a very limited pool. You'll know because it'll say, hey, it's a unique blockchain item. And when you find one of these, it's really cool, super exciting, and feels good, If you are new to blockchain, I'm including a tip here for creating your own wallet and using the marketplaces. You can go to metamask.io. It is a plugin for your browser. It is also a wallet, and you can connect your Lost Relics account to your wallet. You can also connect your wallet to OpenSea.io or the Enjin app on the iOS store or the Android store. And so wallets are great. Just make sure that you write down your key. If you lose it, you will potentially lose. If you lose if you lose your seed phrase, you could potentially lose everything in your wallet. So make sure that you keep that handy. You don't give it to anybody. Don't ever give anybody your private key or your seed phrase. And keep those very close and keep them written down. But your wallet address, you can send people to receive funds. So just remember that your seed phrase is different from your wallet address. Your wallet address is something like 0x5e, just kind of like it is up here on the account thing. Then if you want to buy an item, you would go on to the Enjin app or the Enjin website and go to their marketplace, enjinx.io. You can buy it here. You can buy on OpenSea.io. It's another website. As long as you attach your wallet and you have the appropriate amount of cryptocurrency in your wallet, you can make that purchase. It will also take some gas fees. The gas fees are going to be taken care of this year, it seems like. It seems like there are finally technologies coming to reduce the gas fees, so you don't have to pay $25 to $100 anymore in order to get your item, and the price has been fluctuating. I know this has been really frustrating for a lot of people who want to play blockchain games. I've accepted that this is a part of the space, and that I think, right now, if I buy some of these blockchain items and they're worth like $600, and then suddenly those gas fees basically go away, then I'm seeing potentially 10s to 100 times more players trading and buying these items, it could really just unleash the beast. So it's one of the reasons that I'm buying a lot of NFT items and holding them for the middle of this year to later this year to make some really cool returns. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next time.